You've now managed to create an eBay stealth account, but what do you do from here? Now that's the main question, because the problem isn't so much creating the stealth account. Well, it is for some people. The main problem is, what do you do after you created that stealth account? Where do you go from there? Because eBay, they have very good security, and any minor thing you do can easily raise red flags. So there's a lot you need to know when you have a new eBay stealth account. So that's what I'm going to be talking about here, and I've actually made a brand new business eBay stealth account for this video, and I'm going to show you everything you need to do on a new stealth account. And if you want any one-to-one guide or help with stealth accounts, either creating it or what to do, make sure you click the link below, and it will take you to where you could talk to me privately, and I'll be able to help you with your eBay stealth journey. Let's go. As you can see, it's literally only just being created today. Literally, this is less than 2 hours old. It's a bit more proof, so I don't know why I need to prove this, but you can see it's been made today. And the reason I've done a business account, you don't need to. I just like to use a business account because you get a lot of listings straight off the bat. You get good limits, and also you get to add your bank account straight away. Because if you get to link it straight away, you know, you've completely set up the eBay account on creation, if that makes sense. Because on a personal account, you don't get to add the bank account until you've listed an item, and then you get that anxiety for a few hours once it's listed if you're going to get that suspension email. Whereas when you create a business account, it's already all added, everything's done, you've created it, there's nothing else you need to do, so you can wait those few hours after it's been created, and if you don't get suspended, well, good. But on a personal account, it happens more, in my opinion. Now, it's so important that you do watch this video, because if you're in the same position as me right now, you've created a brand new stealth account, and now you don't know what to do from here. If you don't know what to do, you'll end up getting suspended. So this video is so crucial for your eBay dropshipping journey. I really recommend you watch this video in the entirety. It's not going to be long, but it's just important. So the first thing, before we even get into what to do after you've created it, I need to make sure that you've created the stealth account correctly in the first place. Because if you haven't, and you still do everything in this video, you'll get suspended if you haven't created it correctly. Then you're going to comment down below saying, this doesn't work. So first off, creating a stealth account, did you use a dedicated IP or an RDP or VPS? It doesn't matter which one you use. It cannot just be a VPN, that's not good. You need a dedicated IP. By dedicated IP, it means it's only for you. It's a private IP address that only you have access to. A VPN, it's shared. So many people are using the same IP as you, and chances are they've been blacklisted on eBay. Not only that, but whenever you log into eBay, you want to be using the same IP every single time. You don't want to be, every time you log into an eBay account, it's a different IP, different location. Like, how do you think that looks to eBay? This will always be Manchester, and it will always be this IP. So there's no worry there. And this is so cheap. I think this is like $14 a month or something like that. It's nothing for what you're going to make from your stealth account if you do it correctly. So if you've done that, then great. Next thing, when you created that stealth account, did you do it on a new browser? You need to be on a new browser because it can't link to any cookies in the past. Also, did you use a brand new bank account? Did you use a brand new address that's never been linked to eBay before? And did you use a brand new phone number? If all of this is a yes, then you're in the clear. We're good to go. We're good to get started. If you haven't done any of that, then you need to delete that stealth account. There's no point going forward with it. Just forget about it and start fresh, because you're just going to be wasting your time. So now that's all out the way, and you know you're in a good position for your stealth. You know that if you follow this video, you will not be suspended and you can sell on eBay successfully. So first things first, you cannot start dropshipping straight away. You just cannot. That's just, you'll get suspended so quickly. You need to look through your house and find something you can list on eBay for auction. Specifically for auction, not set price, auction. Because this then looks to eBay, okay, he's actually selling something he owns, because you're not going to auction something if you're dropshipping, are you? That's just silly. So they know you've got it. They know you're actually posting it. It's not dropship. They know from the photos you take that you've actually got the item. So you're just confirming with eBay, okay? Because obviously your first few sales, your first few listings, they're going to be looking at them. And if it's just a branded image, it's not gonna you're gonna get suspended so quickly. You really need to think here. You need to think like a new eBay seller. It doesn't matter if it's a business account. A business account is okay to start listing loads of product if it's your own personal brand, but not for dropshipping. For dropshipping, you need to follow this video. But if you are your own business, then you don't need to watch this video. You can just get listing straight away. It doesn't matter. So what am I going to list? So I've looked throughout all my drawers and I found something I can list, an iPhone 7. I know this will sell. It doesn't matter for auction. I'll get it listed at 99p to start. And it'll probably sell for 20 to 40 pounds. I don't know. I don't really care what it sells for as long as it sells. As long as I get to post something to the customer, I'm happy, because it gets me in good standing with eBay, and I don't need this. Who would? And it's just something I can show proof of postage to eBay if it does get suspended after the first sale, and we'll be in good standing. They'll reinstate me, and that's when we can further on our journey. So for right now, I'm going to show you how you're going to, when you do take photos of what you're going to list, how you're going to actually post it onto eBay, because you can't just download the eBay app on your phone and do it, because you get suspended. So let's get into that. iPhone 7, it has 50% battery capacity, and if you know anything about battery capacity, that is terrible. So it literally took 2 hours for it even to charge from 0 to like 5%. So that's obviously going to have to be mentioned in the listing about the battery capacity, because that's a big turn off when buying a phone. I've taken some photos, but one thing to keep note of, if you're using an iPhone to take pictures of stuff, it'll be .heic format. So you want to go to like a website like heic2png.com, and you'll be able to convert it all to PNG, which eBay do accept. Alright, so we've got all the images now converted, as you can see. As I said earlier, you don't want to sign into eBay on your phone, because obviously if this was your normal personal account, you would just sign in on your phone, you would take the pictures in the app and upload them onto eBay that way. But since it's a stealth account, you don't want to do that. You don't want to be using any devices. You only want to be using your laptop on that browser you created it with that dedicated IP, and not on a phone, because obviously once you get suspended from eBay and you've been using the app, your MAC address of that phone is attached to that eBay account, so you can get suspended instantly again. So you never want to sign in on your phone. So obviously you just want to airdrop all the photos from your phone to your laptop, obviously if you have a Mac, and if you don't, then you can just email it to yourself and download it that way. But yeah, obviously that's very simple. So once you've got all the images here in PNG format, then we are ready to try and list an item. So as you can see, we're still here, and we're all still in good standing. So we can go up here and press sell, then we can press create a listing, a single listing. Okay, so I've put everything in for the phone. Obviously this is only going to be for like iPhones and laptops when you'll get this on eBay. Usually when you list an item, if it's just a normal item, let's say you're listing an Xbox controller, for example, it'll be the same thing, but it won't be asking for all this. It'll just go straight to the create a listing, which is this page. Once I press continue, yeah, you'll just see this here once it loads. As you can see, you'll get jumped straight into this. Obviously, we're not going to add any stock photos. We're just going to add our own, and here they all are. So obviously, just put a basic description for what you're selling, and as I said earlier, we're going to be doing auctions. We don't do buy it now for your first listing, because it just, as I said earlier, we're proving to eBay that we've got the item, because you're not going to be auctioning a dropshipping item, and obviously they know this. So put a starting bid at, starting bid at 99p to save on fees, and we're going to do a 3-day one, because there's no point doing other than 3 days, because no one's finding your listing unless it's a rare item. But if it's just a normal item like an iPhone, for example, just do the lowest one, because they're only going to see it in the last day anyway. So I wish there was a 1-day auction, if I'm honest. Allow offers. We will allow offers. You can put a minimum offer amount. Obviously, it doesn't matter. We're just hoping. We just want to do, because it only matters if we're just doing an auction. So I don't care what you put your minimum offer as. So we'll press done there. So that's all you have to do on the listing. Just get that listing done. Just the key thing to remember is just make sure it's an auction. That's all you really need to know. And then you just press list with displayed fees, and all should go well, hopefully. Oh, I forgot to do one thing. Return policy. Yeah, as a business account, you don't have a choice but to allow it. So there we go. We'll just do that. Accepted. And list with displayed fees. Hopefully this time is the charm. Hey, there we go. So that is now listed. So now all we've got to do is just wait for this to sell. Now there's no reason really for you to be logged into your eBay account. You can just simply go up to here. Oh no, you can go up to here, and you can press sign out, There's no reason to be signed in anymore. Get out of eBay, and now all you need to look at is emails, because there's no reason to be on eBay. You know, if you don't need to be signed in, then don't sign in, because all you're doing is potentially giving red flags whilst you're signed in. So the less time you're signed in, the less chance you get suspended. That's just something I say. But in principle, that should work. So if you want me to do a part 2 to this video, like once everything's sold and stuff, just let me know, because I want to get this video out, because obviously I haven't uploaded in like 3 or 4 months. So I want to get this video out, but I can go over everything right now, what you're supposed to do once everything's sold. So basically, you don't want to list any other items, obviously, until that's sold and posted and delivered. You want it to be delivered. Once it's delivered, you still want to wait a few days, and then maybe you can list your first drop shipping item, but don't list more than 1. Then the next day maybe list 2, and just do it very, very slowly. If you just randomly list a ton of items, you'll just end up getting suspended, because eBay are going to want to know more about your business, and rightly so. If you're listing a ton of products, they want to know what you're selling to eBay's customers. So it's very important, because you got to remember this, they're not your customers, they're eBay's customers. And they do have a right to know what you're selling at the end of the day, and know about their sellers and everything like that. So that is just something you got to deal with when selling on eBay's platform. But yeah, also another thing you could do, if you're on a personal account, you got to remember that's a personal account, not a business account. So eBay think you're selling items that you always have just in your house, like household items, not like bulk products. So a personal account, you might want to buy a few things here and there, you know, like an iPhone charger, just look like a real person, like someone that's not just selling on eBay, because obviously a personal account is for a personal account. But obviously if you have a business account, that doesn't matter, you can just list, you don't have to buy anything. But that's just very important, I wanted to add, and for those that watch this entire video, they will know about that. But yeah, that is literally it for this video. And remember, if you guys want any one-on-one support, make sure you press the link down below. I can help you with eBay dropshipping, eBay stuff, everything there is, product research. So just click the link down below, and yeah, have a lovely rest of your day. Thanks for watching.